If you want to stop overthinking, you first need to understand that you are not your thoughts, your awareness observing them. Most people get trapped in these thinking loops because they identify heavily with their thoughts. But thoughts are just vibrations, they're energy signals. The more you believe them, the more energy you feed them. When you just observe them, you take that energy, that power back from your thoughts. So the next time you catch yourself overthinking, don't fight your thoughts. Simply observe them. Notice what thoughts are repeating. That alone helps you break the loop. You also want to be aware of what thoughts are repeating because you want to make a note of that. You want to understand, okay, what thoughts keep surfacing, because then you can identify the thought and perhaps the feelings that are coming with that thought. What feelings or sensations do you get when you feel that thought? Because that might be suppressed thoughts and emotions that you can then work through when you're doing, shadow work or whatever, because you want to identify those thoughts because they can translate into recurring themes that happen externally. But once you've allowed that thought or that emotion to be expressed, then you won't be experiencing these repeat things that you keep experiencing that evokes the thought or evokes certain emotions. Once you've processed and you've observed and you've processed those thoughts, you move from being reactive to that observer mode. You're more in the driver's seat. You're not letting these unconscious thoughts and emotions steer you, create patterns that you might not even be aware of. And this, like I said, puts you more in the driver's seats. It allows you to align better with what you actually want, because once those thoughts are dispersed, what comes after is more peace and more clarity when you're in that observer mode, and more focus. And from there, you can align better with your desires. You can plant thoughts that you want to be thinking, thoughts that are in alignment with your desires, so you can better steer your ship to attract things you actually desire. It's also going to help you reduce resistance when it comes to manifesting and, like I said, attracting the things that you want in your life. But outside of manifestation, it makes things much more peaceful, because sometimes you just want to get out of that overthinking loop. So simply take a minute when you catch yourself overthinking, observe those thoughts. Just simply observe. You don't have to do anything with the observation. Don't fight them, because that's just going to feed the loop and it's going to give that thought more energy. Simply observe. That alone helps break the cycle. But if you want to take it another step, then allow those feelings to pass through, the thoughts to pass through, and replant your mind with different thoughts. Take that time to daydream intentionally about things you actually want. Shift your focus to what you actually want. If these thoughts aren't things that you want to be thinking, take that time to intentionally think and daydream about things you want, scenarios you want, feel feelings that you want to feel in that desire or in that state that you're attracting. So I hope that helped with the overthinking, and I'll catch you in the next video.